So this story that I'm going to be reading today, if you've never heard it before, is Bill and Mego-chan, the story of a love between monster and human. Ready?
Ready?
Bill was a monster covered in red fur, was known throughout the land for his smelly burps. He'd sit on a rock and scratch at his butt, then go back home to his little monster hut. His big sharp teeth were used to open mail from all around the world as far as he can tell. He talked in a language called Gargarging-Deegit, and he was the only one who got taught how to speak it. Bill went to school but was seen as a bully, but he had a heart that was all warm and furry. He'd play lots of games with kids big and tall, and help protect those that were scrawny and small. Couldn't afford college, but took a nice job at a hardware store for a man named Bob. But he got fired just after one day when he tried to eat Bob's ugly giant toupee. Bill bought vinyl records all through his life, ranging from the Beatles to Shonen Knight. His collection was large, it reached to the ceiling. Each song that he played gave him a great feeling. He loved the ice cream made in Newbury Street. Chocolate cherry was what he thought was most sweet. He'd eat it by the gallons, but it made him quite ill, and the brain freeze he got gave him quite the chill. Come night, Bill watched the glamorous stars, shining from above, so near and far. He loved the moon, so pretty and round. It gave him the will to keep his feet on the ground. In bed, furry Bill would close his eyes and lead his brain to a dreamy surprise. A world where monsters and people lived in the ideal. But he knew it was a dream. It would never be real. Mego-chan was a kind college girl who seemed to live in her own special world. She'd skip instead of walk through the tall green grass, and when she tripped, she'd always fall on her face.
Emily.
And her ass.
Yeah.
She'd ride her moped and eat lots of candy. Listen to J-pop that sounded fine and dandy.
Yes.
And when she got tired, she'd take a small nap and wake up revived, all in a snap. Mego-chan loved the nearby coffee house, run by a lovely lady who wears a red blouse. She'd buy chocolate muffins in the bulk and eat them with her friends with a tall glass of milk. She'd play hide and seek and find all of her pals. Then they'd laugh from having such a great, wonderful thrill. But the friends would head home on their separate ways while Mego-chan kept playing all through the day. Mego-chan was considered to be the life of the party, but despite her playful ways, she was quite the smarty. She was very knowledgeable to the 10th degree in subjects like math, language, and biology. When she was bored, she'd go out to dance at the local clubs that played techno and trance. She'd get real excited when they played Daft Punk, because nothing got her groove on like the funk.
Yeah.
After the party, Mego-chan would go home, filled with cool drawings all through your abode. From Rembrandt to Murakami, she loved all kinds of art. Each piece inspired her, touching her soft heart. In bed, she would lie surrounded by dolls, bought from flea markets, stores, and malls. They were her friends, but she always desired to find the furry love that her heart could acquire. So the intros are done. Now it's time for the story of when Bill and Mego-chan met all in their glory. Now, these two people, well, rather monster and female, would probably never meet in such a silly tale. But he forth, as I tell you, that on this fair date, that the two would be connected by the red thread of fate. And soon after this, the troubles all began, caused by a dumb, obnoxious little man. Bill was at his rock eating chips when he heard singing coming from somebody's lips. He looked beyond the bush, and what did he see? There stood Mego-chan, happy as can be. His heart began to pound. It was love at first sight. He decided to ask her out with all of his might. He thought of ways to think. He thought of what to say and how she might react, and walked right to Mego-chan, all prepared how to act. Mego-chan was nourishing the local ducks and swans as they quacked and honked happily in the big wet pond. She felt a tap on her tiny shoulder and turned around and saw Bill hovering over. Mego-chan smiled and waved her happy arm, for she knew that she wouldn't ever be harmed. She said, "Konnichiwa," which is Japanese for hi, and twirled like a carpenter with a twinkle in her eye. Bill said, which means,
"Hey, I think you're pretty cute. Would you like to go for a walk on the beach?"
Mego-chan said, "Sure," and the two went for a leap. Something was going on inside of Bill's head. Just how did this girl know what he had said? "You talking gaga and geek," said Mego-chan with a smile. "I haven't heard anyone speak that in quite a while." They played at the beach with giggles and howls. Then Bill's fuzzy stomach began to growl. So they went to grab food, something so yummy that it would tickle the insides of anyone's tummy.
I want to go.
The two walked into town to find some dinner, something so grand that it'll make one a winner. And neon light said, "Yeah, Joe Grace." Mego-chan said, "That looks like a nice place."